we play somebody and we win the situations, it is hard to lose a game when you're winning third down, when you're winning fourth down, when you're making people kick field goals in the red zone, or you're scoring touchdowns in the red zone. It is hard to freaking not win that game if you're winning that part of the plan to win. Everybody good?
Sure.
Go, get it going!
Again, and again, and again, and again, and again! Let's go!
So we're talking about some of our support staff. They're the best in the country.
As Coach McGuire would say, I'm the head coach off the field. I try to keep as much as I can off his plate as far as the business side of the program. I want Coach McGuire and the staff to focus on developing our players and focusing on the X's and O's. So I kind of oversee everything outside of that when it comes to, you know, the business side of the program. Budgeting, compliance, academics. That's kind of my role. I like to say my role is like a blank sheet of paper. You know, whatever coach says, hey, I need you to do this, let's get it done. So, you know, I find ways to just get things done.
When you have construction going on, there's a lot of things that has to be tested before game day. And so today we have mic testing between 1 and 2:30 and 5:45 and 7:45 p.m. tonight. Came in this morning about 5:45. Yeah.
Is that every day?
No, pretty much every day. It's camp. It's go time. It's football season.
We're gonna head up to the coaches level, go up there and set the laptop up in the recruiting suite, and then we'll walk some spaces that I need to check and make sure see how our punch list is going. Hey, Coach, how you doing? Coach Juice?
There he is.
Michael?
Yes, sir. What's going on?
Get it in?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. This job never is the same every day. That's the fun in it. You know, there's challenges and there's positives all the time. That's what makes me love this job. Really check in and see where the progress is going on the concourse level before game day. It's getting there. We have some signs going up where the concession stands are at. So.
Just get a little, we following this guy today? Gosh, dang.
Favorite part of the job is the players. I like to say I'm just a servant leader. I like serving those players. I like serving our staff. You know, I like to help them in any way I can to reach their goals. And, you know, as far as our staff, you know, I just love just being around the type of staff that we have because we're so close. We can joke around with each other. You know, you don't get that. But it all stops at the top with Coach McGuire, how he's developed that culture within our group.
So I've worked for Texas Tech for 6.5 years. So I came on as Coach McGuire's assistant when he first arrived. The shift in our team has just been so enlightening and so awesome to see. He cares about our players and you can see that they know that.
Gosh, dang, you look good, Caleb.
It's just a really huge family atmosphere. Everybody is going towards that same goal. We all want the best for one another and we all truly care about one another.
She is an absolute rock star. She is my assistant. She controls my calendar. She is great about knowing that I'm gonna say yes to everything. And so she sets it up to where I can do everything that I need to do for Lubbock, for Texas Tech, for this team. And so she's so invaluable and I appreciate her.
We're the brand. We're the toughest, hardest working, most competitive team in the country. And he preaches that every day. We walk that every day. And so it's just so awesome to see how the team continues to become the brand every day and builds that, you know, toughness, that competitiveness.
Proper nutrition is one of the most important things that we have going, and it has been a game changer. We have 2 full-time dietitians that do nothing but football. That's Hannah and Gentry. It's amazing what they do.
So my main role as a dietitian going into camp is making sure that our athletes are recovering after practice, because we do go back-to-back days for multiple days in a row. So really making sure that they're taking recovery seriously so that they can maximize their performance on the field. We're starting our second week of camp, so today is our first afternoon practice, so we're really focused on hydration, getting a big lunch in before we hit the field. We're making sure that the guys are getting their electrolytes before they get into the team meeting, so at the time they hit the field, they're all hydrated and ready to go.
Thank you, man.
So during practice, we'll walk around with the salty Gatorade. So the salty Gatorade just has a little bit of extra electrolytes compared to a regular Gatorade. That just helps with hydration and fluid absorption. And then we also in our sling pack have different kinds of quick carbs, so like chews, Rice Krispies, applesauce, to get them quick energy. And then we also have different sorts of like electrolyte shots. So we have pickle juice, Right Stuff, which is a really high sodium concentration snack, and then other like hydration aids as well.
Break, Hey, split. Thank you.
During fall camp, we really want to make sure that they have ample amount of fuel opportunities. So basically anytime that they set foot in the building, there's going to be food in front of them. So we're not just hitting them at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We're also making sure that they go home with something in their hands. When they're walking into meetings, we make sure that they have something to eat as well, just to make sure that they're constantly in that state of recovery and fuel for either a practice or getting back after a practice. Coach McGuire is really big on everybody's body weights, so that's one of my main roles here as a dietitian, is making sure that everybody's getting back to the weight that they started at the day before. And why this is so important is because anytime you step onto the field at a certain weight, any weight that you lose during practice is really just going to be essentially water weight, and if you don't get that back, your muscles are really dehydrated and you're going to be more likely to tear them, leading to soft tissue injuries that could have been prevented. So that's why Coach McGuire is so big on making sure that our guys are getting back to their body weights every single day. So my staff and I will actually be there in the mornings helping the strength staff weigh them in before practice and then after practice as well.
What's up, Joe?
Hey,
how we doing?
Time and space.
Can I get a piece of chicken, please?
Yeah.
During camp, we really try to make sure that we're personalizing everybody's plate to their specific needs, because linemen aren't going to eat the same as a defensive back or wide receiver. So we want to make sure that the linemen are getting those bigger portions that they need, whereas our receivers might not need as much, but they still need to get a good amount because they tend to be our guys who do drop weight a little bit easier during practice just because of the intensity and how their body weight is.
You're talking about high-performing athletes. You're talking about athletes that are trying to grow. We're trying to put the right weight on. We're also trying to educate them for life after football. And so the passion that those two have to help our football players not only perform at their highest level, but also to grow as a person whenever it comes to their diet. I mean, I keep saying the best in the country, like not only knowledge-wise, but the passion they have to be great rubs off on our players.
What's up, dog? Golly.
My role as the general manager at Texas Tech is to find and identify future football players for the Texas Tech football team. Man, we're looking for NFL traits, length, athletic ability, verified times, and then, man, also we're looking for men of character. Want to find great young men who are, man, amazing on the field, but even greater off the field, that'll impact this community and help bring championships to Lubbock, Texas.
We always looking for like length and speed, that's kind of like our big thing here. We want guys with NFL measurements and traits. So our GM, Coach Blanchard, does a real good job at helping us evaluate and find those guys and training us up. So shout out to Coach Blanchard.
What makes us so different is, man, Coach McGuire really empowers our scouting staff, our recruiting staff here. A lot of people are in these positions and don't truly get to do the job. Coach McGuire is not like that. He's like, hey, Blanche, I'm going to trust you and your staff to identify the right character kids, to identify the right type of athletes, to identify the right type of football players. Man, we lead the process, man. We get to offer the kids. Man, we really don't have to check with anybody. You can really go pop your head in Coach McGuire's office. Hey, you're going to see, man, 2 or 3 offers go out today. And he's going to trust us to do our job. I think we've been very successful, and I think people are going to see that success start to thrive primarily this year. and continue, man, in the future years.
I would say my recruiting relationship with Texas Tech, it started early for sure. Definitely my 10th grade year, I'd say the end of my season, I had got offered by Tech, and it was definitely a great moment for sure because my stepdad had went there. It made me a smile on my face just seeing him happy about that too, you know what I mean? So little things like that. And I'll say just, they stayed the same the whole time, and that's really what I'm big on is loyalty, and I felt like I could trust them with anything it is, and I just felt most comfortable with this team, with this staff.
Yeah, it all come down to real relationships. You know, just what we preach around here. We like to build a relationship with guys early in the process. So Michael Hudson was one of those guys we built an early relationship with. You know, he came here and he seen what we were all about, and we all about being real, you know, so the rest was history.
Coach Nance, for sure, that was my guy. We built a relationship up since I was in 9th grade, and we just kept that relationship all the way through here. And then I also say Coach Blanche, he played a big role in recruiting. Coach Juice, talking to him every day, seeing him, just learning from him, because he's always on me about the little things and stuff like that. And that's just, I love having him just holding me accountable and things like that. And then I also say Coach McGuire, for sure, like he played a tremendous role. Him talking to my family, him even just interacting with my little brother, taking pictures with him and things like that. I feel like that just says a lot about, you know, a head coach when he's doing things like that. You still have to work hard and things like that, but I feel like this is just a great place for me to come and just do what I need to do.
Here we go. Hey, let's have a great day. Lock in, focus. It is the brand, it is the player coach's oath, and the plan to win. Number one of the plan to win is what? Don't beat yourself. So stay locked in. Do not make you more important than the team. Protect each other today, and let's have some fun. Here we go. 1-0 on 3. 1, 2, 3. 1-0.
Physical. That's the first thing I'll say it. It was really one of the most physical scrimmages that we've had since I've been here on both sides of the ball. Saying that the defense dominated the first part of the scrimmage, the offense dominated the red zone. They won red zone lockout 18-4, really sharp. We just got to make sure that we're focused and detailed with that stuff. That's something that's going to be really big going into next week's practice and next week's scrimmage.
Well, I think we've got a lot more depth than what we've had, certainly the first two springs. We've got great competition at nearly every position, and now we've got a chance to hopefully have more depth, have guys ready to go from the start and go win a championship. And that's what you coach for, it's what you play for, is to get here and put it all together knowing that everybody else is working hard too, but can we just find enough to get over the top and play for that championship?
We got so much to learn from this tape, all right? So much to learn. Take it that away. Don't walk out of here at any point like, man, I didn't have a good day, all right? No matter what kind of day you had, we've got an opportunity to learn. We are trying to get better. Remember, one of the first things on my PowerPoint were those steps to the trophy. These are just steps. We're not supposed to look like we're supposed to look when it's August 31st. We're not supposed to look like what we're supposed to look like in November. It is steps. Man, don't waste this opportunity. It goes like that. Do not waste this opportunity. Everybody good? Hey, we did some really good stuff on both sides of the ball. And then we got some stuff that we have to learn from. And we have to get better if we want to be where we want to be. Everybody good?
1-0 on 2, 1-2.
1-0.